Hi, Tiffanie Kellog here. Thanks for joining us for one of our interview series. As we're stuck at home with social distancing, it's an opportunity for us to learn more so we can earn more. Hope you enjoy. All right, so welcome to Loosen Up and Let Go. I am excited to be joined today with Chris Clarke. He is going to talk to us about how we can loosen up a little bit, let go. He's actually been practicing natural pain relief in the Tampa Bay area for over 18 years. And he's a neuromuscular therapist and corrective exercise and stretching specialist. And I will go all the way over to Palm Harbor to see him because he definitely can help you get rid of the pain and make your body work more efficiently and effectively and just feel better. Though he has had to change his business model a little bit, doing things online, and he's still able to create amazing results for his clients. And so, Chris, so glad to have you with us today.
Hey, Tiffany, thank you so much for the offer. I'm very passionate about sharing this stuff. I think a lot of people know that they need to take care of themselves, but they just don't know how. So they typically rely on health and wellness professionals like myself to do it for them. And that's just not the times that we're in right now. In what a lot of people are running into, you're in one of two categories. Either you're working from home more than you've ever had to, and you don't have the correct ergonomic setup that you're used to having, or you have more time and you're working out more, you're more active than you've ever been, and you might not have the accountability partner or the personal assistance of your personal trainer to watch your techniques. In both situations, everybody has good intentions, but you're kind of setting yourself up for an injury. And I wanted to kind of explain how that happens, because a lot of people ask questions like, why did this happen? What am I? And the simple answer is that it's just life. Everybody has specific habits, postural habits that you kind of put your body through. And what happens is your body gets used to it and it learns to function in that capacity. But it also creates imbalances. So if you do too much of one thing for too long, your body will reinforce that one way of being. And then the moment you have an opportunity to do something different and you're excited about it or you're not excited about it, regardless, your body has learned to work one way, and then you try to make it do something it's not used to doing. And at that moment, you start to recruit the wrong muscle groups because they're just not used to doing what you're asking. Now, your body's still going to do it. It's just not going to really do it the way it was functionally designed to do it. It takes about 500 repetitions to learn how to do something, and it takes about 5,000 repetitions to unlearn and relearn the right way how to do it.
So it's a lot more work.
Yeah, exactly. One of the big ones is people breathe backwards. As weird as that sounds, a lot of people breathe with their chest rather than their diaphragm. And it stresses out the neck because now you use your neck to lift your rib cage up to breathe. And it's really, really common. So retraining yourself how to breathe properly would take 5,000 repetitions of mindful breathing. That's why it's such a big hot topic these days. So for today, with what we're going through, with everybody being at home or being more active, I wanted to take today to just focus on some simple neck stretches that anybody could do, because we do tend to use platforms like Zoom, like we're using here, or Facebook, FaceTime, anything like that, but we're looking at a screen. And a lot of times we're peering into the screen, hunched over with our little T-Rex arms. And what happens is the front of your body begins to get really, really tight and restricted. It's in this flexed fetal position. We eat that way. We sleep that way. A lot of us on our sides in the fetal position with our arms tucked up under the pillow. Or we watch TV in the recliner that way. We drive the car that way. So a lot
of stuff that way.
Yeah, it's just creating problems in the front, and then we feel tension in the back. And, good intentions, again, we massage the back because that's where it hurts. We massage the back of the neck, the back of the head, the shoulders, because that's where the pain presents itself. But the real problem is in the front. So not only do you have gravity squishing your head down as you're peering forward, but you also have the tension that you're creating in this vicious cycle where you have tightness in your chest, tightness in your biceps muscles, tightness under the collarbone and the front of the neck. And this never gets addressed. So yeah, you massage the back, it feels better momentarily, but then you're releasing the back and you allow the front to pull you even further down. So what I wanted to share with everybody today was a simple technique called pin and stretch.
So before you start sharing pin and stretch, we've got some people here live with us as well as Facebook Live. I finally figured out how to look at the comments. So as we go through this, if y'all have questions or comments about what Chris is sharing, please either put them in the chat box or comment there. Tonya Lonsberry says hi, 2 of my faves. Courtney says hey from way out in California or West Coast, but she's coming back to Florida, so that's good. But so as we're going through this, if y'all have questions or comments, please feel free to drop those. And so Chris, you're going to tell us about pin and stretch.
Pin and stretch. So it's super, super simple. And once you feel the difference of doing it this way, you're probably going to always want to do it this way, but you could do it literally sitting while you're watching Netflix tonight. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. So if you go ahead and sit up with tall posture, right, you're going to take your left hand and just place it, feel where your collarbone is, and just place it under the collarbone. And then tilt your
collarbone bone, but not.
Yeah, the bone. So you're going to go just underneath it.
Okay.
And you're going to hold the tissue down. Okay, so that's the beginning of the movement. So go ahead and release the tissue, dip your chin down, hold just below the collarbone with your left hand with the fingertips there, and then just gently tilt your head straight up, and you'll start to feel a pull all down the front of the right of your throat. And then as you get to the top, protrude your jaw straight up, like kind of like you're angry, like push your jaw out, and you'll feel it pull all the way down from your collarbone. Okay, and go ahead and move about a third towards the shoulder, still under the collarbone. And now tilt your left ear over to your left shoulder and protrude the jaw up as you tilt your head to the left. You'll feel another nice pull, and then move all the way out to the last third of the collarbone. And now you're going to tilt all the way back, jut the jaw forward and up, and tilt your head all the way to the left. And you could do that repeatedly 3 to 5 times. It's a good rule of thumb. If you have the time, hold that position for 45 seconds.
Okay.
Now, you don't have that much time today, but if you did it 3 times, you hold it for 45 seconds a piece, you would do this side in about 3 minutes, roughly. But you're looking to feel it pull and burn slightly, like 10%, like a stretch would, and then hold it, and you'll feel it melt away right about that 45-second period. You'll feel it literally let go, and that's what you're looking to do.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and do the other side, just so we can commit it to memory. So right hand under the left collarbone, go ahead and tilt your head straight up. Now you may notice one side's a little tighter than the other, and that's perfectly common. It's not normal, it's common, because we're not necessarily symmetrical, so it's okay if it's tighter on one side. Okay, so move to the middle third of your collarbone. Go ahead and tilt your head down, press under the collarbone. Now tilt your head up and tilt your head to the side on the right. Jut your jaw forward as you try to touch your chin to the ceiling. And I can actually feel that in my jaw. That's pretty common because it does affect your temporomandibular joint, how tight that muscle is there.
Yeah.
Tiffany, tilt your ear over to the right a little bit more. Yep, and then up. Tilt your chin up. Yeah, there you go. All right, and then go all the way out to the last third here, just under the end of the collarbone. And now we're gonna sit with good posture. Bring your chin up, tilt your ear to the right, and then really point your jaw up at the ceiling. All right, good. Now let's go to the sides of the neck, because we just did the front, now we'll do the sides. So you're gonna take your whole hand, place it right at the base of your neck, kind of in the on the front third of the throat and sort of on the side. Dip the chin down into the right. Pin the tissue, hold it down, and now go to the left. Tilt your head to the left. Tilt all the way to the left. Try to touch your ear to your shoulder. There you go. And then as you tilt, you can sweep your fingertips down the tissue. Now go up a little higher up the throat there. Hold the tissue down. You almost get a little pre-stretch, so you just gently hold the tissue.
Okay.
Now start to tilt your head to the left as you sweep down your neck towards your shoulder and your collarbone. Good. And now go all the way up, right under the jaw this time. Good. Start the stretch, pull down on the tissue, and now start to tilt your ear and head to the left. I get a nice good crack in my neck from that. All right, and now we just want to go over to this side. We're going to create balance. We're going to do the right hand on the left side. So you're going to start in the front. Tilt your head down slightly, pin the tissue, and then start to sweep down as you bend your neck to the right. Now you should feel a nice pull right underneath the skin, almost like the old way of like teasing your classmates where you would like rub their wrists. Yeah. So you should feel that type of a pull, and what that's doing is actually stretching the connective tissue that connects your skin to the muscle. So you're creating some space in there. All right, let's do a little bit more on the neck. So you're going to go midway now. Start the stretch by pulling the tissue down. As you sweep down, tilt your head to the right. And then you're going to go all the way up under the chin. Start the pre-stretch, I like to call it. And then as you tilt your head to the right, sweep your fingertips all the way down to the collarbone. All right, now let's just do the back real quick, because that's where everybody wants to do it. So we notice how we do the front first. So we release the front so your shoulders can drop back, because that's where we need to be. You need your chest elevated, chin up, shoulders back. All right. Now you're going to go back to the left hand. Just under the base of the skull, behind the ear, you've got a little bump called your mastoid process. So right under the ear, there's going to be this little bump right on the back of your head on the side. And then, so now you're going to start that pre-stretch, and you can gently turn your head to the right to give your skin some slack. Start to pull it down, and now tilt your head to the left and point your chin down. So notice I'm rotating my head a little bit, pointing my chin down as I sweep down towards my shoulder, down the back of the neck. And that one usually feels really good.
Yeah, that feels really good.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where we perceive all the tension. But you notice how uncomfortable the front was to do.
Right. Well, and it probably feels even better because we've already done this up here.
Correct. So let's go ahead and do the other side just to give you some balance here. So we're going to go right up under that little notch, the mastoid process. Give your skin some slack so you just tilt into it. Start the little pre-stretch, pull the skin down, and now tilt your head to the right as you sweep all the way down the trapezius, down the neck, and into the shoulder. And then I'll give you one last one on the back of the skull. So I'm going to see if I can just turn around so you guys can see this. So everybody has a ridge on the back of their head. So if you just feel the back of your skull, there's a little ridge. That's called the suboccipital ridge. Go ahead and take your fingertips, pinky right up against the ridge. Okay? Tilt your head up slightly. And now do the pre-stretch. So you pull the tissue down a little bit, and now sink your chin forward and sweep down the back of your neck. Good. So there, you just did the front, the sides, and the back of the neck. And you just released all the connective tissue. You did a little bit of a self-massage, a little bit of stretching, and you should be feeling pretty good.
How often should we be doing this?
So that's going to be individual basis. Depends on how many hours you're spending at the computer. If you're spending all day at the computer, I would do it once every 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Okay.
And I'm talking just that small little session we just did right there. However, if you set aside a specific amount of time to do some self-care, you could do that one time for the day in a half-hour block, but do each area 3 to 5 times.
Gotcha.
And then holding it for, 45 seconds at a piece. Once you get the feeling that it's relieved and it's not pulling or burning anymore, you don't have to do that spot anymore.
Okay.
You're probably going to notice when you start to realize you have some imbalances. Like for me, I could feel more tightness in the left back of the shoulder and more tightness in the front right of the neck. So I'd want to do these areas more versus the areas that I didn't really pick up any sensations. I would do those less.
Okay, that makes sense. And what I'll do for those of you watching this, because what I find with stuff like this is I forget exactly how to do it. So I'll put this up on the YouTube channel. So just Tiffanie Kellog's YouTube channel. So you can go in there and watch this again. I typically just put it on while I'm doing it because that helps me remember. But that's this one issue. You were saying earlier that you are working with people online. What does that look like?
Yeah, so what's really neat about what I've been able to do is I went to my office when this thing all started, and I actually brought a lot of my equipment home. So for people who are looking to have a specific situation taken care of, it begins with a 20-minute Zoom call just to see if you have the right equipment. And if you don't, where can you get it? And usually it's Amazon. That's the quickest, shortest way to get it in a fast pace. And so we set up your expectations. I created a treatment plan for you based on what you have available today. And then if you get some additional stuff, we'll work with that as you get it. Then we actually set up an hour session. And I like to do 2-hour sessions once, and then 2 days later, a second one. And then see if you actually need any more. A lot of people who are aware of their bodies, so they've been practicing yoga or working out a lot, it's very easy for them to pick up on these techniques. So they don't necessarily need me to show them over and over and over again. But what we would do is utilize what a lot of people have but don't use. This guy, this is a 3-foot foam roller. I like the 3-foot one because I can roll around, my whole body can roll around on this, and I don't have to move it around. You can grab these on Amazon for 25 or 30 bucks. They come in all different densities. If you've never done it before, I would start soft. Start with a softer one because it can be a little uncomfortable when we find the areas that you need to release the most. For people who are typing a lot of times it's right up here under the armpit, serratus anterior. This can be really, really tender.
Rolling out under the armpit?
Yeah, so not the armpit itself, but just through the rib cage, the side of the rib cage, and into the lats on the back. That restriction it rolls the shoulder forward, and we need to release that so the shoulder can come back. So
Dane says he loves the roller since he can't get a massage.
Yeah, it works. It's magic, and it's like anything else. You could do it while you're binge watching your favorite Netflix episode. So,
what are you going to be watching tonight?
Tonight, oh gosh, I don't know. It's up to the wife. I had last night, and
Well, what were you watching last night then?
The last episode of Tiger King, which I didn't really care for. I liked the series, but it let me down. This thing's called a peanut. This works great up and down the back, where you can actually place your spine in between these, and it can roll up and down the back. Or like I suffer from epicondylitis in my elbows, so golfer's elbow on this side for me because of all the massages I've been doing over the years, and it works great to be able to get it right in that groove and actually work on those muscles. And then on this side, lateral epicondylitis or tennis elbow, and there it is. Okay, yeah, and you can roll it right over that groove of the bone right there. Trigger point balls. So this is a little softer. It's made out of the same material as the bottom of your shoe, which is called crepe. So it's kind of squishy. gives you some resistance, but we can use these once you pinpoint the problem area with your foam roller and it doesn't hurt anymore with the foam roller, you switch to this and magically it hurts again because it has the ability to get a little deeper into those grooves that the bigger foam roller can't. You could use a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball. So really whatever you have, a lot of people are using the ball that they throw to their dog, and it becomes very comical because then the dog wants the ball back during the treatment. So I enjoy watching. That's always good. This is really cool stuff. So this is a thick resistance band, but it's a type of flossing. And what you do is you wrap it around something like your arm or your elbow joint or your knee or your ankle. And then because it's rubber, it grabs the skin. Just like you grab the skin here, this actually allows you to stretch the connective tissue all on your own. It helps mobilize the joint and actually free up any restrictions. This stuff is magic, flossing with that stuff. And then this is one of my personal favorites. Helps you take somebody off stage in a hurry. No. So for people who don't have a partner to massage their shoulders, this allows you to actually get to all those hard to reach areas. It's called a Theracane. Comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes. Some are S-shaped, some are just hook shapes like that. But they're great. So to answer your question, whatever somebody has, we'll utilize that. Even an exercise or yoga ball or Swiss ball, there's some really great contract, relax stretches that I can show people how to do. And typically, you know, they're feeling pretty good after the first session. We always ask, you know, based on your symptoms, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it? And we ask before and after. That way we make sure that we're making progress. And if we're not making progress, we need to reassess and tackle this problem from a different way. And then each session, my guarantee to everybody is that if you do not feel an improvement after that first session, then you don't have to pay for it. But everybody feels an improvement because we're releasing all those restrictions that have been hanging out for years. So yeah, it's been pretty good moving forward. I'm excited to get back into the clinic and get my hands on people. But this has definitely opened up another avenue that I'm totally going to keep pursuing because I love helping people, and this just allows me to help more people from a distance. It's great.
Yeah. And if you guys have any questions, please put those in the chat box or in the comments. Courtney did want to know, where's Dina?
Dina is downstairs with Alex and Mom. So I've had my mom, I've told my mom she can't leave the house. She doesn't like that. I'm the one going shopping right now. But Alex is pretty vocal and loud. She's about 18 months, but she knows the words apple, banana, and uh-oh. But she always she wants to come into Daddy's new office area. So she's always rattling the door and making noise. So we sent her downstairs. So she's down in Nana's quarantine zone.
Gotcha. Cool. You also mentioned you have something going on Saturday mornings. What do you do on Saturday mornings?
So that's actually where Dina shines. So Dina's the producer. She's a big time promoter, and it definitely it allows me to focus on doing what I do, which is the technical stuff of helping people stretch. And she's behind the camera. So on Saturdays, she's got 2 cameras or 2 phones. We've got Facebook and Instagram, and we're doing them live. And it's definitely a fun experience. So if you're free on a Saturday, starts at 9, it's only 30 minutes. So pretty quick and painless. Well, quick. The phone call is not so painless. And same thing as you can replay the Facebook Live events. Like just last Saturday, I did just the right leg. It takes a while. The leg's a pretty big area. It's got a lot of muscles. So to foam roll the right leg took the whole time. But then you just rewind it and do everything on the left leg.
Gotcha. And where can I go if I wanted to talk to you about doing the consultation and the Zoom class or the Zoom, or if I wanted to find out more about the stretching class, where can I go to find more about you?
Yeah, the best thing you can do is go to bookamassagenow.com. That has all our contact information. We don't have anybody in the office right now, okay? But we do have this great technology. It's called Bowtie software. So if you call the office, it's immediately going to text you just to let you know I'm going to get the message as soon as I see the text. And then if you leave a message, it transcribes your message, so I see it right away. And I will call you back as soon as I'm not knee deep in whatever Alex and Dina have me doing at home.
Or webinars or classes, you never know.
Or consultations. And basically, we'll just set it up right over the phone. And part of the Zoom call is to make sure that you have the right space and the right time, because I want you to get the most out of it. And also have the right expectations. But yeah, call me at 727-786-1110. And that goes right to the office. Or you can visit us at bookamassagenow.com. If you drop an email, it's got, the whole email capture content, and you just pop your information in there. You can request. There's even a coupon for the $39 virtual massage mobility class. So you can just click on that, pop in your email, and I'll get it and I'll call you right away.
Cool. Anything you want to leave us with as we wrap up?
I think if you guys continue, as you continue to work from home, make sure that you set aside a little bit of time for yourself. I've seen a lot of people getting stuck in having less staff, so they're taking on more responsibilities. They're crazy stressed out, and you have to remember the instructions when you get on an airplane, and that's to put on your oxygen mask before somebody else, okay? So definitely take care of yourself before it gets bad. So be proactive, even if it's little steps, do something to stay active. Your body is a use it or lose it machine. So if you're not being mobile and you're not moving, you're not lubricating your joints, you're not strengthening the muscles, it begins to wither and it begins to get stiff. And that's where you kind of set yourself up for pain and problems. So keep moving, stay active, and feel, move, and live better.
Cool. Well, thank you so very much, Chris. Thanks, everybody, for being here on Zoom and on Facebook. And we look forward to seeing you again soon.